Hi everyone, I am Rahul Kumar. Now, government panel proposes ban on four-wheeler diesel vehicle by 2027. So, recently the Energy Transition Advisory Committee formed by Union Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas has recommended that India should ban on diesel-powered four-wheeler vehicle by 2027 and switch to electric and gas-fueled vehicle in cities with more than a million people and polluted towns to reduce emission. The committee, headed by former Petroleum Secretary Tarun Kapoor, also suggested phasing out motorcycles, scooters, and three-wheelers with internal combustion engine by 2035. So, what's the recommendation of the committee? First is move towards renewable energy. India is one of the largest emitter of greenhouse gases globally, and to achieve its net zero goal for 2070. So it wants to produce 40% of electricity from renewables. In the line with this, the panel report suggested that no city buses should be added that are not electric by 2030, with diesel buses for city transport not be added from 2024 onwards. It called a partially shift to a electric and partially shift to alcohol ethanol blended petrol with almost 50% share of each category. So, initiative to boost e-vehicle use. To boost electric vehicle use in the country, the report called for targeted extension of initiatives under the Faster Adaptation Manufacturing of Electric and Hybrid Vehicle Scheme, FAME India. Third is transition to gas-powered truck and railways. The panel also recommended that new registration of only electric-powered cities delivery vehicle should be allowed from 2040, with higher use of railways and gas-powered truck for movement of cargo. The railway network is anticipated to be fully electric in 2 to 3 years. The panel recommended that long distance buses in India powered by electricity in a long terms with the gas used the transition fuels for 10 to 15 years. For fifth is increase the share of gas in its energy mix. India aims to raise the share of gas in its energy mix to 15% by 2030 from the current 6.2%. To achieve this goal, the panel suggested buildings undergoes storage equivalent to 2 months demand. The panel also recommends that the use of depleted oil and gas fields, salt caverns and aquifer for building gas storage with the participation of foreign gas producing companies. Diesel consumption in India. So, consumption trend. Diesel currently account for 40% of India's petroleum product consumption, with 80% that being used in transport sector. Petrol and diesel demand in India is expected to peak in 2040 and decline post that due to the electrification of vehicle. Reasons for high performance of diesel. The higher fuel economy of diesel engines over petrol powertrains is one factor. This stems from the greater electricity content per liter of diesel and the inherent efficiency of diesel engine. Diesel engine do not use high voltage spark uh, ignition and the use less fuel per kilometer as they have higher comparison ratio, making it the fuel of choice for every heavy vehicle. Also, diesel engine offer more torque, rotational force torques or rotational force, and are less likely to stall that they are controlled by a mechanical or electronic governor, thereby providing a better foreknowledge. Impact of diesel powered vehicle. First is air pollution. Diesel engines emit high level of particulate matter and nitrogen oxide, which contribute to air pollution and can have negative health impact on human and wildlife. Second is greenhouse gas emission. While diesel engines are more fuel efficient, they also emit higher level of carbon dioxide, which contribute to climate change. Third is noise pollution. Diesel engines are typically louder than gasoline engine, which can contribute to noise pollution and negatively impact the quality of life in urban areas. Fourth is environment damage. Diesel spill can cause significant environmental damage, especially if they occur near water source or sensitive ecosystem. Why is implementing a diesel ban for commercial vehicles is a challenging task? First is practically and implementation. Uncertainty about the practicality of the proposed ban with medium and heavy commercial vehicle. It may result to disruption in the transport of goods in public transportation services. Second is dominance of diesel in transport segment. High dependency on diesel for a long haul transport and city bus services. Diesel sales account for around 87% of the transport sector. Trucks and buses contribute to approximately 68% of diesel fuel sale. Conversion challenges. Translating diesel truck to compressed natural gas poses limitation. CNG uses are primarily suited for shorter distance and has lower tonnage carrying capacity. Compliance with current emission norms. Automakers argue that diesel vehicles comply with existing emission norms. Significant investment made by car manufacturers to transition diesel fuels to BS6 emission norms. Diesel ban might imply that all the time, money and efforts were in vain. India's initiative of renewable energy based on transport sector. First is FAME India scheme provides a fiscal initiative for EV manufacturing and adaptation, aims to achieve 30% of EV penetration by 2030, supports deployment of charging technologies and stations in urban centers. Second is India National Mission on Transformative Mobility and Battery Storage. It aims to improve air quality, reduce oil import dependence, and enhance uptake renewable energy and storage solution. Drives a strategy for transformative mobility phased by manufacturing program for EV components and batteries. Custom duty expansion for lithium-ion cell batteries. The government has exempted the import of lithium-ion cell batteries from custom duties to bring down their cost and scale up their production in India. The National Green Hydrogen Mission. This mission aims to develop green hydrogen as a clean and affordable energy source for various sectors such as industry, transport, and power. It envisages setting up of green hydrogen production plants, storage and distribution infrastructure, and end-use application. Next is ethanol blending. It involves mixing of ethanol with petrol to reduce reliance on fossil fuels and decrease greenhouse gas emission. The level of ethanol blending in petrol in India has reached 9.99%. The target for 20% ethanol blending in petrol, it is also called E20, has been achieved by 2025 from 2030. Next is incentives under PLI scheme. It has been rolled out for various industries including the automobile, the auto component industry. Around rupees 80,000 crore was approved for development of advanced cell chemistry, battery storage manufacturing. This initiative further aims to encourage indigenous development of electric vehicle so as being done their upfront cost. Next is Satat scheme, sustainable alternative towards affordable transportation. Satat initiatives aims to promote compressed biogas as an alternative green transport fuel. So if you want to download this PDF, please check on the description link, and thanks for watching friends, and don't forget to subscribe, share, like and comment.